When Disney Plus debuted its streaming service in 2019, High School Musical, the show's was one of the first original series. Fans of season 2 were left wanting more as East High students finished their much-anticipated performance of Beauty and the Beast, and the futures of numerous characters were still in doubt. In episode 2, when it comes to directing Frozen, Edge is a little freaked out. At least to his face, Gina has complete faith in him. They would get to play leads together, she secretly hoped. Edge doesn't want Gina to say anything to the other crew members for the time being because he is obviously anxious about his new position. Prior to the auditions, Carlos and Ricky have a come-to-Jesus conversation. Ricky is told by Carlos that he cannot simply Zephyrin his way to victory this time. Ricky says he'll find out the identities of the leading men. One of them, he claims, is called Gary. Exasperated Carlos says, none of them are Gary. Gina is aiming for the lead this summer. In the meantime, Gina claims that despite how much she enjoyed doing her auditions alongside Ashlyn and Courtney during the academic year, she feels like she needs to stand on my own this summer. This transitions into the magnificent solo song Balance by Sophia Wiley. Gina encounters Ricky as soon as she exits her cabin. Is it more awkward for them to hug it out or fist bump each other? They do ultimately embrace. Ricky literally reverses himself when Gina tells him that she wants to start over. Gina didn't mean to say that. Ricky embodies the word goofball well. Meanwhile, Nene and her parents have arrived in Los Angeles. She is questioned about her memory of Marvin. Marvin ended up being her parents' sperm donor. After the big surprise, Marvin and Nene have a chance to converse alone. The best is yet to come, Marvin later assures Nene, giving us a wonderful Olivia Rodrigo solo moment. As soon as Gina enters the audition room, she recognizes Edge with Meg Donnelly's character Val from Zombies. Maddox tells Gina she and Edge go way back, and Gina's thoughts start to race. Edge does inform Val that he will be in charge of casting the show, and they do so together. Maddox declines Courtney's offer to assist her with everything she requires for the presentation. Although Maddox is well aware of her acquired taste, she is having trouble making friends this summer. The kid takes his snowsuit for auditions, while Ricky tries to act like he doesn't care what happens this summer. A few 8 students approach Gina in advance of the auditions, and Gina attacks. You two don't even get along. Gina cautions, you're the competition. The first song performed at the tryouts is For the First Time in Forever, which is followed by Do You Wanna Build a Snowman? Everybody is killing it. Gina observes Ricky from backstage as he performs, while dressed in his snowsuit in the middle of July. Arena fans, I'm sure you noticed that. Jed is reminded by Dewey that this summer cannot be spent lazing around. He encourages him to go to the musical auditions. Everyone is uncertain of what to do after tryouts. Edge becomes agitated because everyone is asking him questions. The stage manager, Maddox, steps in to save the day and assists in getting everyone to where they need to be. Suddenly, Jet walks in the door. Edge and Ricky encourage him to audition. His voice is incredible. Watch out, Ricky. When Edge mentions how Val is the finest, Gina starts to defend herself. She starts to imply that perhaps they ought to take a break. Who's with me? Edge declares, the only thing I'm not concerned about is that. He does believe that during rehearsals they ought to keep a professional distance. Maddox is still receiving the side-eye from Courtney and Ashley. They are unsure of what she is doing. Gina defends her, claiming that she isn't a threat. Though is she? Carlos searches for the cast list in the meantime. He doesn't like what he sees upon first glance. He says, not on my watch, and then he begins to erase.